Hello, beloved ones. Khawamadzime is my name, your freedom illuminator. Some of you know me as an authentic self-embodiment, energetic practitioner, and I'm showing up today with an interesting gift from Divine Mother, the Divine Masculine Food Spa, on a Father's Day. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. May you be the source of love and support for your children and women in your life. And happy summer solstice, because we are going through different changes, really. Timeline shift, reality shifting as well. And something new is coming through. If you've been paying attention to the energies, you might have felt the discomfort that came with you shedding the old way of being or shedding the layers that you have created over time. Because I've been in this energy for some time where I felt really my power center. It was so painful, but the pain was quite interesting because it was like really the labor pains where it comes through and then it's gone, it comes through and then it's gone. And there is also some information that I was getting with the masculine. There was just like that pain, that in different emotions that were coming through. And I realized I was even tapping into the collective consciousness. So I was just curious what is going to come through. And I kept on saying there is something that I'm betting, but I didn't know what that something was. And I realized that you might be going through the same situation where there is how you normally do things, or there is how you normally show up. And you might have recently found yourself in a situation where you holding yourself back. There is a part of you that knows that doesn't want to show up the way it used to show up, because that's where I've been. I'll just prepare to show up live, and there is a part of me that kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, or I don't want to go ahead and do that. So there was something that was coming through, but it was not yet out. So at times when you are in that position of not knowing what's next, it's like you are moving from the old, but the new hasn't showed up yet, or you don't have that clarity with the new that is yet to come through. And what I've realized with a lot of people that I've been having conversations with is that there is a lot of shame, guilt, a lot of emotions that are just showing up where and grief, where people don't understand where is this coming from. And I just got a clarity that this is the wounded masculine that is really it's distraught, so to say. That there's that wounded masculine, that wounded warrior, that inner warrior that is within, because of how it has been doing things. Now the divine feminine is rising and is showing up with all the flaw, and it's saying, I'm here to show it. But at the same time, there is another part of it, because really the divine masculine is like, it's half of our soul. If we're just functioning from the divine feminine, it's like we are functioning with that flaw, and it's not rooted. For us to feel rooted is when we bring in the divine masculine, that container that can hold the flow that comes from the divine feminine. So the divine feminine is excited, it's bringing this flow, it knows itself, and it's showing up, and it's showing up, and it's ready to deliver that. But as it's ready to deliver that, then there is no container that can hold that is coming through. And the wounded masculine is also, it doesn't know what to do, because the feminine does not trust it. There has been for many generations, there has been that hunger for power, distortion of power, and that chase for money that came at an expense of both of us, the men and the women. And some of the experiences that we had, no matter how traumatic they are, or the absence of fathers in our life, they caused us to resist that masculine energy within us, because we don't have a relationship with our fathers. And I'm just so excited, and this is it's so touching for me, because I'm one person who really longed for a relationship with men, or let me just say with my father. I lost my father at the age of 14, and I know he loved me, but he didn't know how to show it. And when I connected with him from the other side, what he kept saying to me was, I was chained, I was in chains, even when I was there. He didn't know what to do. And how many men are going around with invisible chains? Because it's not what is said, it's not what they show up. It's the energy that we feel, even if they might be showing up to say, oh, I'm strong, or I'm gonna go and work hard because I want to bring this thing for you. If it's coming from fear, that's the energy that we just take from when we are children. And even the sacrifice, or the whole pushing away of women to say, you just go ahead and do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And women don't normally come out and really unleash what is within them. They don't share their wisdom with the men, because the men as well, it's part of them where they had to disconnect from their emotions, you know. And with that, they disconnected from their feminine, that divine feminine. So they just function from the other, from one side. And as women as well, we went ahead and tried to prove ourselves by copying what is out there. It's like, for us, it was a survival mechanism. For us to survive, we have to also let go of being emotional, because many times it has been seen as a weakness, you know, to say, oh, women are always emotional or whatever. So as women, as we are coming along, taking leadership positions, we kind of learn to shut off our hearts, and we just function from from the mind. You know, we become slaves to our mind. Our mind becomes the god, and we shut off the the spirit, or the spirit, the soul, the heart, that has the map, that is communicating with us. It's like, we don't want to look at the map. We want to function from the mind with whatever that is out there, because we have to prove that we can also be valuable, we can also do something. And men are also functioning from that approval, to say, I'm gonna prove that I can be a man and provide, and therefore I have to do it no matter at what cost. That whatever they achieve comes at, is like, they don't care. That's how it has been. And this is the wounded aspect that is now showing up, feeling shame that I was not able to protect the divine feminine. You know, it knows that it hasn't been able to protect us. It was chasing something that at the end of the day left the masculine empty, and it also broke the trust between the masculine and the feminine. And there is the guilt that comes with that. And the feminine also, as much as it's showing up with all that it has to deliver, it also doesn't trust the other part. You can imagine when you're excited, you see someone that you truly love, and part of you is like, oh my God, my beloved is here. And when you're just excited to just connect and love all parts of you, you kind of go like, wait, what if I get hurt again? And it's not even, it's what we see, what we manifest outside of us is what is within us. There is a conflict that is going on between the feminine and the masculine. And this is why this is coming through, to say it is time to grieve the loss of the wounded masculine. Because as much as we went through different experiences that caused us a lot of pain, but it's kind of like we've adapted to that wounded warrior. You know, it's a part of us, it's what we've been used to. So we kind of like also don't know, what would I do without that part? Because we have adapted to it. It has been our survival mechanism. So now when we get to release that, there is a part of us which is like the mind that goes like, oh my God, what will I do without it? Are you willing to let it go? Are you willing to love yourself through the process? Because it's like really losing someone that you loved and also hated, because we didn't like the experiences that we went through with this whole distortion of power, where where the feminine was suppressed, and also the masculine as well never also felt safe. This is why we've been called to the foot spa. Because all the action of the arrogance, the whole power, the suppressing, and all that is coming from the part that doesn't feel safe. It's a survival, do or die. And it doesn't help us. Because a lot of people, even men, to what extent do they go sacrificing their health? Not only the love that they have, that sacrificing their health, because really health is like when you love yourself, you put your health first, and that beloved, you know. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here with me. I want to hear what is coming through for you. Where are you watching this from? What is coming through for you as you hear this? Can you relate with that inner child who looked at the father and a part of you wanted more, wanted love, wanted to be hugged, wanted to be told that I love you, and you never had that? Because truly, for me, as much as I just know that my father loved me, I don't remember once him saying that, I love you. I don't remember him saying that. I just knew that he loved me, but he never said it. And he never opened his heart to connect. And we know, especially as women, we connect for us to feel safe. And with the men, it's different. They want to feel safe before they can open their heart. So what is coming through for you as you hear this? Where do you find the masculine energy at play in your manifestation, in your creation? When you have ideas, do go ahead and really put them out there, because the masculine is that part that knows it takes action. Like I said, as the feminine, you come with the flow, you flow, and for that flow to be rooted, to be able to come and manifest into something, you need that container, which is the masculine, that goes out and take action, that is willing to take risks, that is also protecting you where you feel it is safe for me to show up and be myself. It is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to speak my truth. It is safe for me to listen to my heart. Even the masculine showing up, saying that it's okay for me to feel. It is okay for me to really listen and beat the drums for my queen as she follows her soul mission. And not the fear of what people will say if I listen to my woman. Because there is that. I am not going to listen to her, because it's like that collective agreement to say women have to listen to men, and a woman doesn't have a say. I've been feeling anxiety at the same time as craving for loss of a male love in my life. Two toughs like this. Yeah. That's what is really coming through for a lot of us, and we might not realize what is coming through. And it's also easy to just attach it to someone outside of us, whether it's a relationship outside of you, but yet the grief is really happening from within. There is that death that is happening with the wounded masculine, that also needs us to, just as you know, if there is someone that you love, no matter how much they hurt you, there is a point in time when you know that this person is going to transition, and you can sit by that deathbed and hold their hand, and at that time choose to say, we did the best that we could with what we knew, with what we had, but I appreciate your presence in my life. And you just know at that point that no matter how much of differences we had, no matter how much you fought, you just want that person to rest in peace, you know. And this is kind of like the love that our wounded masculine needs in this point, to just let it rest in peace, instead of pointing fingers and saying, you didn't do this, you didn't this, blaming it and all that. Can you just let it rest and just love it? Because it did what it could. And by just letting that go, then you are creating space for the divine masculine. You are opening up for the divine masculine. So that you can now dance together. You can just bring the whole balance. You can now finally feel whole when you bring your flow and know that the divine masculine is holding space for you, so that you can really flow and birth whatever that you are here to birth. And since the divine masculine, when the masculine also is very like in terms of instinct, he's connected with that, because he knows how to survive. Is the part of you that is like that spirit animal that also, it's like passion. It also knows when to draw boundaries. It doesn't when the feminine is kind of like bringing in the flow and all that, the divine masculine is also tuned in to check in. Is it really for your highest good? Should I say yes to this or not? I know. And I feel it too. I've been feeling it. But it's like those last energy that is really coming out, and it's coming out for the right reasons. It's like really experiencing the death of our beloved. And of course, it's our, when you talk about the twin flame, it's like the part of our soul is like that divine masculine. So you can imagine that we've been, like I said, we've been operating from this wounded masculine. So now it's kind of like it's dying. We are grieving. It's just too painful, But at the same time, as much as it's painful, it's also exciting, because it's opening up for the new. Because as the queen is showing up, that divine feminine is showing up, and it deserves a man or the masculine energy that can really hold the space for it. Because at times, even the pains that we go through, it's not about the other person being bad, as we would normally say it, or whatever. It's just that they don't have the capacity to hold space for the magnificent being that you are. So why not let go of this wounded aspect, and then bring in that inner warrior who is now healed, because it's actually going through the space of healing this wounded self, so that it can emerge in a better space, and also gets to understand. Because what I see at the same time, at this point, what I see is like, even that the masculine does not understand fully what is its role in this now time. It's kind of like, what do I get to do right now? It doesn't understand. And as you go through the really shedding of the old skin and opening up for that space, and you get to sit together, like the divine masculine get to sit with the divine feminine, to understand what is it that it's here to do, what kind of support you need, what is its role in this new way of being. Because reality is shifting, timelines have shifted. What is my role? That's what it needs to understand. What would be a good mantra to let go of the grief? I when you talk about letting go of grief, because it's showing up, it's like I said, you are creating more space, so that you can have the capacity to receive and create space for the new that is coming through. It's really feeling and loving yourself. And as I always say, at the same time, to say, as much as grief is there, it doesn't mean that there isn't joy at the same time, there isn't love at the same time. And grief is just like, it's kind of like a part of us that help us to really love even deeper. We kind of like go deep with the love. It's what I realized, even with in the body, what the body is kind of showing me. It's kind of like, when there is grief, there is more inner depth that is like showing up. So when you just acknowledge what is there, if tears are there, you don't have to hide them or whatever. If tears are there, they will come out, because it's kind of like there is just that pressure that comes through, and at times it can be memories or not. It's not really to dwell on it and find out like a lot of stories around it. It's kind of like acknowledging that pressure that you are feeling, or if it's emptiness, is the emptiness that you are feeling, and just loving yourself through it. It can just be, I love myself. I accept myself. It's kind of like appreciating yourself and whatever that you're going through in this now moment. And at the same time, asking to be aligned with your higher consciousness, with source, with your highest potential in that moment, and just allowing and knowing that when you're asking for help is just coming through. I ask for divine intervention, because it's allowing the higher source, the higher power, God, Yahweh, Allah, whatever that you call it, to say, I notice what is happening. I acknowledge what is right here, and I'm asking you to help me with this, because you know that there is a higher power that you are working with. It's not for you to say, okay, fine, I'm gonna go out there and pull it out, because it's not meant to be here. It's showing up in our body, because it's like it asks us to just acknowledge it. As I said, emotions, that when they show up, they're showing up to live. It's just our body reminding us of, oh, there is a presence of this, and it's not even a matter of living. It's just to be integrated, like I said, is to create that inner depth, so that you can even love more. This is what I feel, because grief at the same time, its presence is to keep us that to teach us that compassion, where you are able to hold your space for someone and just say, I've got you. And it can be the same for you. I've got me. Where you just get to hold yourself, or invite Divine Mother to just hold you, Divine Father to hold you, because this is what we call him forth. And when we're just doing this work, we are inviting Divine Mother and Divine Father, so that we can be the father and the mother to the part of us that never really received what it longed for. Yes, it deepens that capacity. It's like there is more that is just like opening. I just feel like it's kind of like the fire that kind of like burns all that has been blocking the way of more love showing up, and really creates that compassion. But as much what is funny is that we are able to do that with the other person, and at times we don't even, it's not, we can sit with someone and just hug the other person without saying any word, but just feeling for them and holding them into that in that space without even saying a word. But we don't do it with ourselves, because normally we step and go into our head and run with whatever that is. And we can do the same for ourselves. I just accept you as you are. I've got you, Elizabeth. I've got you. Just holding yourself in that, knowing that you deserve that as well, and you can give yourself that as well. How often do we really take time to just hold ourselves in there and just say, I've got you, baby? And just breathe in and know that I can hold myself as much as I'm held. And with that, and all that this has shaken through, we'll just move into the foot spa, which is what I was just guided to bring into this. Because when you talk about fit is like our fit is it's like shock absorbers. It's like they hold the structure of the body, the feet and the legs. All the weight from the up is being held by the feet. It's like the shock absorbers. This is why most of the time when something is not right, you'll just start feeling with your feet, even your legs, your knees, they can start, when you are feeling stuck and all that, the energy it's accumulating accumulating in your knees and all that, where you kind of feel like, and even the fear, the stress, the depression and all that, mostly it's held, the sadness is held in your feet. This is why when you're going through that phase where it's kind of like, whether it's anxiety, sadness, depression, whatever, you are in that position where you don't even, you don't have the energy to do anything. It's like, and you don't even feel safe. Because this are the feet. This is what walks you here on the planet. This is what you take when you take step on the planet, and you take that step to say, I'm here. You are doing it with your feet. So we're just gonna jump into that foot spa. So with all that has been said, I would just like you to just shake your body and just, as we invite you high self to pull all of your awareness, anchors and reference points from everything, all the circumstances, all the people, whatever that we've been thinking about today. Just let all that go and bring your awareness right here. So invite your higher self to pull all of your awareness back into your divine line. So you can just imagine in your central column, there is just that light that is just there, pulling your energy back from everyone, all the circumstances is just coming back to you. You can put your hand on your heart and just feel that which beats your heart and celebrate yourself for this day. Celebrate your body, feel what your body is bringing through with all that has been said, because there might be some pressures that you're feeling. You might be feeling some energy on your leg, probably the right one. As I'm just feeling the energy in your right leg going to the feet. So you might be feeling that there might be some things that some memories are bringing through, and you feel some pressure sensations, whatever that is showing up. And we just invite your body to just release all of that. And just imagine you're just walking through the seashore and you're just stepping on that sand, and just feel your feet just relaxing as you just stepping into the sand. It's wet and it's nicely wet. It's kind of like just what you needed to just feel cool down, to just feel relaxed. And there is just this water that is just coming, and it just touches your feet and it goes back. There is this like lovely, nice wave that is just relaxing, and you find yourself just being present, and you just walk towards the sea, and you just enjoy the feeling of the water on your legs. You're just walking in there, and just imagine your favorite sea animal. It might be a sea turtle, dolphins, whales, sea serpents, whatever that is coming through, and they're just coming through for you. And they just invite you to ride on their back. And you just ride on their back, and they're just taking you. And as you just go in there, there's water, like the waves that is just coming with its salt, washing over you, cleansing all that doesn't serve your highest and greatest good. All that you've created and agreed to with separation consciousness. All that is just being cleansed, and you just feel relaxed as you feel in this water in your body, and your cells are just receiving all of this. And you just feel the joy as the animals are just making noise, and you just love the noise that is coming from the animal that you are riding. And you finally arrive in this amazing, beautiful spa in the middle of the sea. It's just amazing. It's just, there is just like sea flowers and lilies and all that. It's just prepared. It smells so beautiful, so nice. And there's a seat that is prepared specially for you. And you just sit there and you dip your feet in this beautiful warm water. And Divine Mother just comes in front of you, and she bows, honoring your presence. She bows in front of you to honor the journey that you've been in. And she's speaking to you, and she says, I understand. It hasn't been easy. But you did the best that you could. You are here in this paradigm shift. You are here and you are doing this work. You are amazing. And it's time for now to let go. And as she bows, she holds your feet and she starts massaging them, cleansing them. That's how loved you are. And she just asks you to release all the energy of sadness, of grief, all the fear that you've been holding into. And remember, the ocean holds all the history, ancient history of you and all the time that you've walked this planet. She just massages, and all that you're holding into, all the past experiences that you had throughout those space-time continuum and all dimensions, just as she's doing this, she's just releasing them. So just relax and feel the love and the energy that is coming through your feet. And as it's coming through, it's like it's sucking all the energy from all cells, all organs, all parts of your body. It's just being released as she's holding your feet and rubbing it and massaging all the toes, massaging your ankles, because that's where most of the energy that keeps you stuck is being stored as well. So all the joints and the energy is going to the legs, by the knees as well, unlocking all the energy that is just keeping you stuck. Just feel this energy and just imagine there is a hand at the back of your waist, by where the spine is ending. There is a hand that is just there, and there is energy that is just being transmitted into your womb space. You don't have to have a womb to feel this energy, and it goes to your navel, connecting with that part of you, all the program that you had when you were conceived, clearing all that you've had, all that you've seen, which is going back to the beginning when you came here. And we ask this energy to be extended to all parts of you, past, present, and future, to clear all the time, all the experiences, all the imprints, all the implants that you're holding into, all the time you never felt safe. And as this energy is just being cleared, the cells are being purified, we ask for an activation of feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling loved. I am safe to be here. I am safe to create. Just to let go of all the beliefs, of all the habits, all the fear that you get to sacrifice yourself for you to create anything. You get to sacrifice who you are to conform to what is. Feel this activation. As Divine Mother is continuing to work on your feet, giving you this purification, clearing all the fears, whatever that you made life mean, all the separation consciousness, all the agreements to suffering. Because at times you make these agreements in tribes, that collective consciousness to say we suffer together. And you're still holding into that. Even when joy is showing up for you, it's kind of like, I'm not going to allow myself to have joy because my family, my partner, whatever that you've agreed to, at times it's disagreements that are holding you back. You don't want to go ahead and really claim your freedom, claim your sovereignty, because you're still holding into other people. What if you are the one who's here to show everyone how it's done? What if it's get to start with you? You are the one who has to bring that light. Just feel this vibration, feel this energy as it's going through your feet. And we invite Divine Mother Earth to just give you a hug. Just feel this green spring energy that comes through from Divine Mother Earth, and just feel this hug as she receives all that you are letting go of. And she'll transmute it into the light. And she's hugging you and saying, it is safe to be here. My resources are your resources. It is safe for you to express yourself. It is safe for you to speak your truth. It is safe for you to create what you desire. And all that is being said, all the energy that is coming through, just feel it in your heart. As your heart is opening up to receive this truth. And as this hand is in behind your waist is connecting and sending this message to your inner child, telling her it's okay, or him it's okay, for him or her to feel it's okay, for this child to let go and really connect with the soul mission, because he or she is the feeler, is the seer. And imagine you are looking at your little child. What would you tell it? What is it that it wants to hear? I love you. I'm proud of you. Go ahead and be you. Follow your heart. Create your reality. You are an infinite creator. It is safe. It is safe to be you. It is safe to be seen. You deserve to be seen. You are seen. You are heard. I love you. I just accept you as you are. You are a magnificent being of light. Just receive this. And feel all the fear, all that you've been thinking of bad and wrong. Would I get it right, failure? And no, that is okay for you to create your experiences. It's about creating experiences. Just feel into this truth, to know that there is no failure, there's nothing to be afraid of. You just get to go out there and do it. And follow the guidance. Follow the map that is in your heart. Connect with your body, because your body is connected to your subconscious. Feel into it. Align with your highest potential as we ask Divine Mother to align you with your highest potential. Just breathe in. I'm just feeling, and take a breath. Breathe into your chest area, your heart area. As there is just those energy, those imprints that are just showing up. And imagine this energy dissolving all of that. And imagine divine light consciousness, this beautiful golden platinum energy just showing up from the bottom of your head, clearing all that is around you, all that is in between you and your highest potential, all that is blocking you, all that is keeping a lot of things stuck, all the memories, all the thoughts, all the doubts, second guessing yourself, comparison, judgment, all of that is just being dissolved. And we expand this energy to your ancestors, to your family, to your children, for them to receive being grounded, for them to receive this energy of feeling safe just by being themselves, feeling safe to hear the inner guidance and follow it. As you integrate the divine masculine and feel into that completion, into that wholeness of the joy and the beauty of the dance that is happening between the divine feminine and the masculine. Feel into this life force that is grounding you here. I accept myself. I've got my back. And know that it's safe for you to feel whatever that is showing up. Just by acknowledging it and not really hunting it down and wanting to make anything mean, because that is just the mind. You can feel whatever pressure and just acknowledge it as pressure, sensation, and not even label it as grief or sadness. Because at times when you say that, your mind is just going there and try to find, okay, if it's grief, then this is how it's supposed to feel. Then it's not supposed to be here or whatever. So just feel this energies come into completion with this activation, with this Divine Mother really finishing her work on your feet, and feel grounded as this your root chakra is also being filled with energy and clearing all that you've been carrying from the time you're conceived, letting all that go, and you just receiving that safety. Just feel that energy where you feel your foundation really being strong. It is safe. Feel yourself held wherever that you are sitting on, your feet on the ground, whether you're sitting on a chair, just feel being held and just relax into it. And know that you can come back to this feeling anytime. Just breathe in deep into your heart and anchor into this energy. And when you are ready, your animal, you see animal is there, turtle, dolphin, whales, and you can just get at the back and enjoy the beautiful ride back to the seashore and feel the joy that comes from these sea creatures just celebrating you and inviting you to come back anytime and have fun with them. They're always there waiting for you. Have joy. Follow your joy. Create from joy. There is no need to sacrifice yourself anymore. You are loved. And come back to the space and time wherever that you are to celebrate you. And share with me, how was that for you? What came up for you? What did you feel when you're feeling the food spa? How are you feeling right now compared to before the session? How are you feeling right now? Do you feel more relaxed in your body? And remember, this energy will continue working on you as long as it's needed. And this is the next open into the divine masculine is the next journey that is just fell on my lap, and I was just told this is what needs to be done. This is what is coming forth. And I cannot say, I'm just so happy because, as I said, when I was doing this and working with women and the divine feminine power and all that, which I love, there was a part of me that also felt like there's something that is just missing. And I love this whole opening up to the divine masculine, because it's also letting, like we say, we're releasing the death of the wounded masculine. So now we kind of like get to be in our power and function from that, knowing that there is more for us, that knowing that we are loved, that knowing that there's no need for us to sacrifice ourselves or anything, that knowing that we are held, at the divine feminine, knowing that the divine masculine is really holding it and really loving it. How beautiful is that? You can imagine when you open your heart and you are ready to be received by your beloved, and your beloved just opens his arms to receive you, and you know that your beloved is not going to go ahead and make decisions without you. You work together and you bring in the flow, and he's holding that space and he's there to support you. That's the completion, the wholeness that we get to develop from within. And when we go out, we are not going out to say, save me, give me the love that I need from my father or whatever, because at times we go around falling in love with our fathers, or at times we stay in relationship because in our mind we still want to save our fathers. I mean, I've been there where kind of like in my life it's like, oh, this person need me, I get to be here because I want them, I get to save them. I don't want them to without me they'll just go through that lane and self-destruct and all that. And I realized that I get to heal myself first. And now that my part is healed, it's kind of like now you get to open up and now open up and help those who are ready to receive this so that they can heal. And I couldn't do it when I was still staying in there, judging them every day for who they are and what they do, wanting calling things right and wrong and all that. This doesn't have to be or whatever. I was not gonna help anyone. So I was stuck in there in that judgment of wrong and right and whatever, bad and all the stories. And the only way was for me to get out and work on myself and know that everyone has a choice to be and do what they choose to do. And when I'm there, I can now open space and create that non-judgmental space to say, we get to look at this stuff and heal this other aspects of us, and then bring that inner warrior out, and then go out there creating, feeling safe, knowing that we are held. It's the balance that we need from within. Otherwise, you just go out there, codependency and all that is coming from that imbalance that is within us. Yay. I love that you're feeling more safe in your body. That's how it is, my baby. That's how it is. And I'm just so happy for that. And yeah, this will be here whenever that you feel like, oh, I need a food spa. You can come and have it. This was just a gift. And if anyone feels called to jump on a call with me, this is what I do. You can send me a message or whatever, and I'll see how I can see what is coming up for you. Because this is what we are being called right now, to open up for our divine masculine. We've been doing the work with the divine feminine, and she's out there and shining and taking her throne, but now she's longing for her beloved, opening up to the divine masculine so that we can feel held and loved and protected. I love you so much, and thank you so much for your presence. I celebrate you, and happy Father's Day, and just love yourself and love the men in your life, because when the more a healed woman is really truly it's a healed nation. And there is this whole thing of, oh, I don't need a man in my life or whatever. But truly, when we really healed, we know the power of the presence of a man in our life, which is like the power of the presence and the balance of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's like that is the like the balance, that is like compassion, that is the wholeness, the oneness. When we embrace all part of that, otherwise, we, like I said, what I was feeling, the energy, it was like we're limping, we're just walking on one foot, and sometimes people do that and they get to deny their feelings and all that, because they kind of, in their mind, it's kind of like, I don't want a man because I won't feel safe and all that. And yet your body is saying, come on, just open up and receive more. Come on, just go out there and create. Come on, when your body just wants to open up and give and create and love, just like a flower, where it's just like opening up and giving its scent, and it's not afraid that the scent will run away, because it knows that there is more where that comes from. And that's just the beauty that is within us when we allow it and we share it, and we know there is nothing that can be taken from us. There is nothing that can be destroyed or whatever. Even when we went through different circumstances, nothing is lost. Nothing. So, a magnificent being that you are, an infinite creator that you are, I celebrate you today and I love you. If you have not watched this, go ahead and watch and tell me what you received from it. And please drink lots of water.